Welcome back to my Ten of Swords coverage. This, my friends, is where I nope out. I have truly done my best to stick with this series, and I honestly haven't been more disappointed in anything for years, and that's saying quite a bit, so I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of these past 3 issues, 2 issues of Marauders, 1 of Excalibur. I promised I would make videos, so here we go. All 3 of these are in one video. So look, if you aren't subscribed, hey, look, do whatever you want. I can only assume that a bunch of people will unsubscribe. That is okay, because it is everyone's right to dislike these critical videos. But I'd love for you to continue subscribing to me. I will not be covering Ten of Swords, aside from the issues that I actually love and enjoy. So I will be changing the pace of the channel to come. I'm just making this video to let everyone know why I am done with Ten of Swords as an event. So, Ten of Swords chapters 13, 14, and 15 will all be covered in this very short video. We open up with Marauders, and the forces of Krakoa and Arakko are gathering together in the courtyard of the Starlight Citadel so they can all dine with each other before a battle to the death, which makes very little sense, but this is a comic book, so why not? There's a lot of drinking going on, and a lot of talk about how Krakoa are all soft mutants, and everyone's been given dining assignments. And, you know, the cool thing about this book, in my opinion, was Pog, one of the newest members of the mutant family from Arakko. Logan tells Brian Braddock, hey, bro, just go ahead and sleep with Saturnine already. Give her what she wants so all of these mutants don't have to die. You know, and he's pissed at Logan because he's married. Okay, so there's a lot more discussion about who's better between Arakko and Krakoa, and then they toast, and they drink some more wine. And then Iska the Unbeaten just spins some plates, and she doesn't break them. Then Storm dances with Death, and they talk a lot. And they're underwater, and then Logan, he gets pissed, and he kills Saturnine. And I was like, cool. And this was the very end of the issue. I thought this was an awesome development, because, hey, you know, even though all anyone really did through this issue was just kind of talk smack, it ended with Logan killing Saturnine. That was a cool piece of action. I will say this. It was a little bit too good to be true, however, because, and I hate to say it, none of this ever happened. You know those things that say, oh, look, all of this occurred and it was just a dream. Let me explain. So in the opening of today's issue, Marauders, we get a huge expedition dump on a white page telling us that the forces of Arakko have destroyed Otherworld, killed everyone, broken through the gate, and are destroying Earth and all of humanity. We are told, not shown, that all mutant minds have been erased, even Moira in her no place, and that Wolverine witnessed the fall of all mutants and humans. And then Saturnine has Logan on a cross and stabs him with her claws and says, stabbing is kind of fun. Then we're back in the dining hall of the Citadel, and Wolverine is confused because apparently all of it was a dream, a fake implanted memory that Saturnine put in his head, and the only action that happened in the last 2 issues was, well, it was a fake memory and a dream, unless you count Iska the Unbeaten spinning a bunch of plates. Any of you ever watched that final Twilight movie and feel cheated because the only action that ever happened was Alice showing the bad guy this false memory of him and all of the forces dying? That's kind of what this reminded me of. It really happened here. We do get a little bit of action in this second issue of Marauders. Somebody poisons Cypher, and so he's dying, and we think, oh no, we're not even going to get to see poor Doug facing off with his sword. And then one of the bad guys, the white sword from Arakko, heals him, and then he's okay. So Brian Braddock tells Saturnine, you know, they stopped time, and the whole tournament should be forfeit because of the poisoning. But then Saturnine says, nope, Wolverine tried to kill me. So both sides did a boo-boo, and then Braddock calls Logan a dwarf. Okay. Then everyone sits around and scarabs are served. And that pisses off one dude. I guess it was Death. And then unicorn is served, and that pisses off everybody. And Logan's just eating that unicorn like yum. And then Cable has this really weird, awkward conversation with Apocalypse and his wife, as if he needed to butt in anyway. And then they play Find the Pea with Cups, with Iska, And Saturnine draws cards, and surprise, Betsy Braddock has to face off against Iska the Unbeaten. So in the next issue, we're showing that, yeah, of course, all of the foreshadowing is in fact blatant and absolutely transparent. And on we go to the next chapter of today's Excalibur issue. And because I don't want to waste your time, let's get through this as soon as possible, shall we? So we start out, Jubilee is with her son, who, of course, has become a dragon, and we shoot straight into the fight between Iska the Unbeaten and Betsy Braddock, where we see a really big page of, it kind of felt like pointless foreshadowing, that Betsy's going to die here. Her and Iska the Unbeaten are talking back and forth, and as if the Nine of Swords wasn't enough for us to know that, yeah, Betsy's going to die. And like we knew, Betsy was beaten in this weird Renaissance festival surroundings, Now, I will say this. I really liked the way that Betsy died. It was, the art was cool in that one instance. She was shattered into pieces. That was my favorite part of the book, I'll say that. So we continue on. We see Apocalypse, Wolverine. We see countless other individuals. They're being written so far out of character, compared to the other issues in this event, between one writer and the other. Nothing seems established, and it's not just the pace that's off between all of these issues at this point. It's the feel. It's absolutely the feel. Between one and the next, it's either serious or it's just really trying so hard at humor that we're thrown. It's literally enough to give us whiplash of the brain, in my opinion. So Brian Braddock, he's pissed because his sister's dead. And the white pages of this book, they read as though they're news articles telling and kind of recapping exactly what happened as we watched it unfold. So they're dressing up Cypher in kind of this strange ceremonial getup, and he thinks, he's like, oh no, you're just gonna put me as a lamb to the slaughter, and I guess that's a good assumption there. And then he walks in there, and we find out that he is going to marry one of the Bay the Blood Moon, right? And this is the weirdest thing ever, because how did this happen? Well, they're not going to face off in a battle. And so, we get some OMG so random humor, of course, and we get this little step in about the birds and the bees from magic. And so, yeah, it's really weird, but Cypher and Bay they're married, and this feels, guys, it feels like I'm dreaming, this whole issue, honestly. I don't know, having read some of the most prolific runs of X-Men, and then reading this book, God, it actually makes me wish I was dreaming right now. And so, I don't know, this would make a hell of a lot more sense if this was like an alternate reality that I'm trapped in. It feels like the Bernstein Bears and, this Monopoly guy. I'm telling you, he used to have a monocle. I swear to Krishna. So, okay. So Jubilee and her dragon baby, they come bursting through the walls of the Citadel. We find out that the fire of the dragon, it warps reality of everyone hit by it because why not? Why not? And so, Saturnine uses her mind control powers to make the baby dragon become her pet. And apparently Saturnine awards both sides, Araco and Krakoa, a point because Doug and Bay got married instead of had a fight to the death. Oh boy. So look, if you read these books and feel as though either nothing made sense or that nothing of consequence happened, then I have to say, I think you're on the right side of logic. Look, and I want to be clear here. I really want to stay as positive as possible. And that's why I cannot, in good faith, continue to talk about these books that I believe are written sloppily and poorly. And look, I promised to cover every issue of this event, and I am breaking that promise as of right now. I want to keep my videos positive if I can, but if I cover every issue of Ten of Swords, I will be unusually bitter and negative because this event is not being written with care. And so look, feel free to drop me a line, whatever comments you like. If you're reading this event and love it, hey, look, good for you. We simply have different tastes in writing. I don't think anything's wrong with that. I believe that it's everyone's prerogative to love what love, and there's nothing wrong with your taste. It's just not mine. So, I'm not going to continue reading all of this. I'm going to only cover the key issues that I love and just be honest about the ones that I don't, if in fact I do decide to cover anything like that. So look, like I said, I do hope you stay subscribed to my channel, even if you don't agree with me. Hey, we're all going to like different stuff, so you don't have to love what I love, and I'm definitely not going to love what everyone else loves. Look, hey, be good. Read what you love to read. Don't let people tell you what's good or bad for you, because that's all up to you. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your own life, right? Because one life, one chance. Make it yours. But above all, support your local comic shop. You are the gateway into comics.